Call me Gabriel.
Gabriel. I used to be a coward clutching a Bible, too afraid to open the door. Now I've become the kind of butcher who slaughters lambs right in God's face. This stained priest collar is as tattered as what's left of my faith. Maggie says I've turned repentance into strategy. Negan sneers that I'm smoother with words than a politician. Maybe they're both right. When the world becomes hell, even a preacher has to learn how to sermonize with bullets and lies. So don't trust that pious tear in my eye. Nobody who survives the apocalypse comes out clean. The first time I saw Rick and his group, I almost believed God had finally sent his messengers, until I realized they hadn't come to save me, but to judge me. Through the crack in the church door, I watched them covered in blood yet still alive, their eyes sharper than any walker's. That boy Carl stared at me, his gaze like an accusation. Do you even deserve to wear that collar? And I didn't even have the courage to lie. I called Rick's people more dangerous than the dead because they would do anything to survive. Yet at the same time, I knew I needed them to live. In that shameful dependence, God helped me. It made me sick with guilt. I tore off the white cloth from my clerical collar. My final step from God's spokesman to just another survivor. No more pretending to be a saint. I no longer deserve to speak in his name, because in this hellscape, faith won't put food in my belly. I used to think this white fabric meant God walked beside me, but all it ever did was hide the filth on my neck. You know what's worse? I tried to get Rick's group exiled by painting them as monsters, just to whitewash my own past, because they were the only ones who knew what I'd really done. But Deanna told me I was the one who couldn't see reality. That's when I shattered. I realized I was the first one who'd fallen. My faith collapsed. God wouldn't save anyone, and I couldn't even play the hypocrite priest anymore. I provoked Sasha, hoping to finish my self-destruction right there in God's house. But Maggie stopped her. She said if I wanted to die, I had to atone first. So here I am, forced to face the truth. Death would have been an escape. Living, that's the punishment. So I abandoned the doctrine of nonviolence. I had to break free from dependence and learn to fight. To my surprise, even after being seen as a snitch, Carl accepted me without hesitation.
You heard what I told Deanna about your group. What do you want? It was about me, not you, or your group. I know that now. I want to help. You tried to teach me back at my church.